Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. We're joined by Bloomberg's Valerie Teitel. Valerie, good morning. So much of the focus for the market today is on U.S.-China relations. That could be the same for Nvidia based on the latest headlines. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Nathan. Happy Monday. Nvidia is starting off the week in the red, down 1.4% in the pre-market. This came after reports that its Chinese competitor Huawei is making up some ground in the AI race. Huawei is reportedly preparing to test a new AI chip that it hopes can replace some of those products replaced by Nvidia. This comes from the Wall Street Journal, reporting that Huawei has approached some Chinese tech companies about testing the new chip. The new processor would put China's capabilities around 2 generations behind Nvidia's new Blackwell chip. So that news is catching up with Nvidia. Those shares are down 1.4% in pre-market.
Yeah, one of the biggest volume movers in early trading, along with Tesla. Different story there, though.
Different story here. Tesla on the upside, leading the gains for the Mag 7. Tesla rising 1.3% in pre-market, rising again after its best week of the year last week. And over the weekend, Tesla was reported to raise prices in Canada and encourage buyers to snap up EVs imported before the counter tariffs were imposed on U.S.-made vehicles. So they said in an ad campaign to get your pre-tariff priced inventory while supplies last. Seems like the market seems to enjoy that. Tesla's shares up 1.3%.
And we got a little bit of merger news, call it a merger Monday, I guess, with Merc and SpringWorks Therapeutics in focus.
Yeah, M&A Monday. Germany's Merc to buy U.S. biotech firm SpringWorks Therapeutics for around $4 billion, funded with cash and debt. We're seeing the SpringWorks share rise nearly 3.5% in pre-market trade so far this morning. This goes back after Germany's Merc has been busy putting its COVID cash haul to work with the latest purchase, and the acquisition is expected to boost Merck's healthcare division when that deal closes. So that's the M&A of the day. SpringWorks Therapeutics up 3.5%.
Of course, this is going to be a really busy earnings week. A lot of the focus on tech. But this morning, we heard from a pizza delivery chain just in time for breakfast.
Exactly. Domino's Pizza falling after earnings, down 3% in the pre-market. Had some mixed results. Sales did miss estimates. The fast food chain did not provide an outlook for 2025. Their international sales did okay, but it seems like a lot of attention on their U.S. same-store sales declining by 0.5%. So that's Domino's on a back foot, falling 3% in pre-market.
Adding on to the lack of a guidance bandwagon here. What's going on with Boeing? Those shares are higher this morning?
Higher in pre-market, Boeing rising 1.6%. It was upgraded by Bernstein, citing growth potential on the horizon. There also was some other activity going on with Airbus taking over some of its assets from Spirit and clearing the way for Spirit to be acquired back by its former parent Boeing. So we're seeing Boeing rising 1.6% and actually Spirit rising in the pre-market as well, up 2.6% on that divestiture from Airbus.
And just time to tell us whether there's any positioning around the Mag 7 earnings we're going to get this week.
Well, it's the busiest day of first quarter earnings season this week. We've got $20 trillion in market cap set to report the next 5 days. The big one are Meta and Microsoft after the bell on Wednesday, and then Apple and Amazon after the bell on Thursday. So the busiest week ahead for the first quarter earnings season.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.